RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Lou Mauser, your local farmer's insurance agent. ConocoPhillips, energy for tomorrow. Roberts Motors, the value store since 1949. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Andy's Auto Body in Alton and Maryville, we can fix anything. Alton Toyota, Toyota makes the car, Munganast makes the difference. And the Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for over 46 years.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to softball here at Alton High School. It's the Redbirds here at home in Southwestern Conference action as the Belleville West Maroons make their way to Alton. Redbirds and Maroons today. Again, it's girls softball with Louis Korak, Brent Birkland here with you as the Redbirds get ready to battle a Southwestern Conference team, Louis, and it's a 4-game losing streak, so it's time to stop that.
Yeah, and it's not going to get any easier here today against a 12-5 Maroons team, one that is playing well under a new coach. It's kind of surprising when you look over in this dugout and you don't see the longtime coach Bob Yagi over there, who's, I can't even count how many years he's been there, 20-some-odd years, maybe upward into 30-year category, I don't know, but it's not going to get any easier for them today. They took a couple of games on the chin Saturday, and to try to break a losing streak jumping into the conference schedule is going to be a tough task for them to do, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, these two teams played 6 games in the conference. Now it's time to go through the second time, and Alton, a record of 2-4 the first time through, while Belleville West at 4-2 in the conference. Belleville West losing to O'Fallon and Edwardsville along the way. And they haven't played Alton yet, but this will be the first time. And then they'll play again in Belleville, a game that's been rained out a couple of times, but we'll see how things go. Both teams got off to good starts as the Redbirds got off to a 6-0 start this year. Belleville West a 5-0 start this year. And we'll see how things go today. As the Redbirds take the field, it will be Wazinski pitching today in the circle. We're used to seeing that, but the Redbirds also without a couple of starters, Twitchell and Tickner, as they are under the weather, sick from school and not here at the ballpark today, so they will be missed, of course.
And if you're trying to break a losing streak, you want to be here in full force, and without 2 of your starters here, it's going to give some inexperienced players some playing time and chance to jump in here and really make a favorable impression on their coach.
See if these young players can continue to grow, continue to mature. The Redbirds and the Belleville West Maroons, and we'll have the start of the game after this. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
We're defined by what we pass on to the next generation. The ConocoPhillips Wood River Refinery is a proud neighbor of the Riverbend region. Their employees produce and distribute quality refined products throughout the Midwest in an environmentally safe manner. By using innovative refining processes, they are ready to meet the energy challenges of the future, so we can pass on what matters most to the ones who matter most. ConocoPhillips, energy for tomorrow.
Does your auto insurance meet your needs? Is your homeowner's policy covering everything you need it to? Call your local farmer's agent, Lou Mauser, today. He can review your coverages and identify potential gaps and let you know how Farmers Insurance can cover all your insurance needs. Call Farmers Insurance agent Lou Mauser today at 463-7570 or stop by his office that is located across the road from Alton High School. When you need the best insurance at reasonable prices, think of your local Farmers Insurance agent, Lou Mauser.
West Lady Maroons and the Alton Lady Redbirds, and the first batter of the game digs in against sophomore pitcher Haley Wazinski, and we're about ready to go as the shortstop will start things off. Courtney Orange wears number 9, the senior shortstop from the right side, as we get ready for girls softball because there's no boys baseball today. Alton at Belleville West, postponed today. Down in Belleville, they may have gotten a little more rain Monday and Monday night than we did up north. First pitch is a strike. This one's a foul ball. It's quickly 0-2.
And you don't have the luxury of a tarp either.
That's true. Belleville West and Alton, they'll have to make that up on the baseball side. They are having baseball practice out near Humbert Road, out beyond the left field fence here on baseball for Alton. There's a pop-up on a changeup. First baseman wants it. Gibbs has it. And at 0-2, Wazinski went to the change.
And you had to get your infielders to scamper in pretty quickly. If that ball drops, that's going to wind up being a base hit.
That'll bring in the left fielder, Megan Ryer, the batter. She's a right-handed hitter. She'll bunt and bunt foul at home plate. Strike one, the count. Nothing but strikes so far from Wazinski. Bierman will follow. Claire Bierman, .453 batting average, waiting on deck. Right now it's Ryer from the right side. One up, one down, top of the first inning. Here's the next. Check swing on a high delivery, and Mormino is the catcher today. Because of Tickner being under the weather, Mormino has to come in from center field, and the left-handed catcher behind the plate. Mormino puts the sign down. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off to the right. Strike two. Bierman, the second baseman, will be next. If anybody gets on, Danielle Rist, R-I-S-T, the first baseman. Then the pitcher, Elise Miller. There's a tap, third base side, and it's foul. It's still 1-2. So Miller will bat fifth for West, and head coach Kelly Creek coaching at third base. Wazinski looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout after the pop out. 2 up, 2 down.
That was another good change up there, and difference is she kept it down and low to the batter, and good change of pace and the speed there to pick up the strikeout and get a second out in the inning.
2 out in the top of the first. Swing and a miss to start off Bierman, the second baseman.
Another changeup, riding it low and away, keeping it away from these right-handed batters. It looks like that might be a sweet spot for her today.
Here's the next from Wazinski, and it's just off the plate outside. Ray at third, Callahan at short, Ryan at second, Gibbs at first. Again, Mormino the catcher, Wazinski the pitcher. The outfield, Dudley in left, a freshman, McCain in center, Hartman in right. There's a shot to short. Callahan will charge and fire to first. And a ground out ends the inning. 1-2-3 goes Belleville West, and Alton coming to the plate. No score in girls softball. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're now approaching the island of Bora Bora. Enjoy your stay.
This beautiful home contains 8 bedrooms, 2 family rooms, and a private jacuzzi just off the master bedroom.
Hey, anybody up for a cruise in my sweet boat?
What are you going to do with all the money you save from buying your car at Roberts Motors?
Roberts Motors in Alton or online at RiverBender.com.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
And it's a strike called to make it 2-2.
Looked like the pitch was up and away. Might have been a generous strike.
2-2 on the way now. Miller brings it in, swinging a foul on top of the Belleville West dugout, third base side. The West Lady Maroons, a record of 4-2 in the conference. Alton 2-4 in the Southwest Conference thus far. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. A high pitch, and she pops it up to the second baseman who's there. Bierman has it, 1 out.
Well, Miller went up the ladder with that fastball, and nothing much you're going to do. If you're going to swing at that one, that's about all you're going to get out of that is just a high, lazy pop-up on the infield, and that's a quick start for the visitors on defense.
Now the senior, Kayla Ray, bats from the right side and takes a strike from Miller. It's strike 1. Cloudy, dark day, and temperature in the 60s today, low 60s for a high temperature. Another chance of rain rolling in tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. Thursday could be wet as well. There's a fly ball deep to right center field. Center fielder has some room and makes the basket catch. That's Lane in right center, 2 down.
Well, it's just a light breeze going from left to right, and it might have taken it away from the center fielder just ever so slightly, but she does a nice job getting into right center field and making the play.
Here's the next swing and a foul back and out of play. 0-2 here. Miller, the pitcher for West. Bossler, the catcher. Beegler at third. Orange at short. Bierman at second. Wrist at first. There's a changeup, and it's popped up, and the pitcher and catcher both there. And it's going to be hitting in between them, then spinning back behind home plate. The pitcher and catcher didn't have much communication there, and Wazinski safe at first.
Well, nobody called for it, and that's why you've got what you've got there, and somebody's got to take charge there. It's tough. You really don't want either one of them making a play there, but the ball wasn't hit up high enough, and ball running away from the catcher, it's hard for her to make a play, but pitcher's got to take charge of that one basically and make the play, and wasn't very assertive.
Now Callahan, the shortstop, takes low for ball 1. Allison Callahan, the junior, right-handed batter. Be followed by the sophomore, Taylor Gibbs. This pitch is upstairs. A high heat. It's 2-0. First inning, 2 down. Wazinski on at first base with 2 outs. Miller looks in, gets the sign. Right-handed pitcher brings it in. Ground ball back to the circle. The pitcher flips it to first to end the inning. And after 1 inning at Alton High, no score. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Danielle Wrist, .362 on the season for a batting average. Cleanup hitter. And she'll take a strike. It's
Hi, George Weber. Weber Chevrolet's year-end clearance is underway, making now a great time to save money when you buy and when you drive. Through the end of the month, we are offering the highest sales incentives of the year. And no matter what you hear in the media, believe me, our financing is still as available and aggressive as it's ever been, if not more. Combine that with our great incentives and you have the lowest payments of the year. And that's just the start of the great values at Weber Chevrolet in Granite City, Illinois. Or check us out on the web at webergc.com.
You might want to think about that one again because these hitters are well out in front right now.
swing and a tap in front of home plate. Mormino wants it, bobbles it, now fires to first, and safe at first base. Has tried to pick it up, and it took her a double take there to grab it in front of home plate, and that was just enough.
Well, if she fields it cleanly, it's an easy out, but once she dropped it and the runner wrist was able to beat it out, not by much, but each team with a miscue now, and this one to lead off the second inning.
And now it's Miller at the plate, the pitcher, She will bunt it. Back to the pitcher for Alton. Wazinski throws to Ryan covering. Sacrifice bunt. Runner at second, one down.
Miller did what she was supposed to do, just move that runner into scoring position and let your 6-7 hitters see if they can come up with a base hit to bring in the first run of the game.
And that'll bring in the number 6 hitter, Lane. Kaylin Lane from the left side. Kaylin slaps one up the middle. That's a base hit into center field, and the runner around third, and the throw home will be late. Mormino will fire it to second, and safe there. It's an RBI single here in the second inning, and 1-0 West.
Well, that was a solid stroke right up the middle from Lane. She went after the first pitch, hit it hard. No chance to get the runner at home, and on the high throw, instead of hitting the cutoff man, it allowed Lane to get into second base, so they just trade spots.
Still one out in the inning, and West has a run. First pitch is up and away. Ball one to Beegler. Mackenzie Beegler, the batter. And we have our first run of the game. Top of the second inning, 1-0. Here's another from Wazinski. This one's off the pitcher's glove into center field. It'll score another run. A base hit to center. And it'll be back-to-back RBI singles for Lane and Beegler. Maroons up 2-0.
Well, this ball wasn't hit as hard as the ball that Lane hit, but just enough to sneak through the middle of the infield and bring in that second run. And it's a quick 2-0 lead after a pretty easy inning for Wazinski in the first.
There's a strike called. Runner at first and one down. Now the 8 and 9 hitters up there. Jackie Bossler, the catcher, up there right now. She'll be followed by the designated hitter. And that will be Kendra Rakers. It's a ball low, and it's 1-1 now. 1 on, 1 out, 2 in here for West. Wazinski looks in. Roxon fires. Check swing, strike called, and that's strike 2. Rakers on deck, and she'll bat for the right fielder, Rakowski. 1-2 delivery, and this one bounces in front of home plate, grabbed by Mormino. Runner stays at first.
Well, that's that changeup, and it's the first one that actually stayed down. Did not get any elevation on it.
This one's low and in for a ball, and now it's another full count. 3-2 to the number 8 hitter.
You don't want to issue a walk here at the bottom of the lineup, and it's almost going to guarantee that it's going to get back to the top of the order.
3-2 delivery with 1 on, 1 out. Swinging a line drive into right. That's going to fall for a base hit. Right fielder gets it in quickly, and the runner's at first and second now. Another hit. That's 3 in a row.
That one's right off the end of the bat, and again, not hit all that hard, but it finds the right spot, and that's 3 runners in a row that have reached, and force out set up at every base, but these West hitters have all of a sudden started to figure out how to get things done here at the plate.
Now the designated player, designated hitter, Rakers at the plate. Kendra digs in from the right side, batting for Lindsay Rakowski, the right fielder. And she'll take low, down and in. It's ball 1. Number 9 hitter in there now. Wazinski looks in. The Alton right-hander brings it in. Just outside for a ball. Defense looking for an out at any base again with it. First and second here, and 1 out. There's a ball low.
You're in danger of now issuing the walk and loading the bases, and this is starting to set up to be a big inning for the visitors.
3-0 pitch is a strike just above the knees, so now it's 3-1. Couple of runs already here for the Maroons. In the second, 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Probably swung at ball 4 there. The pitch was up a little bit.
Now a 3-2 pitch, a payoff pitch on the way home. Ground ball toward third. Ray has it. She'll flip to Callahan behind her, covering third base, and they get the lead runner 2 down.
Well, that was a no-brainer there. Just turn and toss it to third base and cut down the lead runner. And it's a fielder's choice. But now it's first and second and 2 outs, and back to the top of the order in orange.
2-0 West. They now have 2 on, 2 out for the Belleville West shortstop. 0 for 1 already with a pop out. Here's a foul ball off the Alton dugout. Outfield's already been busy. 3 hits to the outfield in this inning. A couple of RBI singles by Lane and Beegler. McCain in center field, Hartman in right field, Dudley over in left field. Swing and another pop-up. Second baseman Ryan wants it and has it, and that ends the inning. The Maroons score 2. They leave 2. In the middle of the second inning now, it's Belleville West 2-0 over Alton High. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just 1 monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Bottom of the second inning now. Louis Korak and Brent Berkland back with you. Girls softball today on the Big Z and RiverBender.com. John and Dan here as well with RiverBender. Low and away for a ball. Gibbs, the Redbirds' first baseman, leading it off. Then it's Hartman and McCain. Dudley, too, if anybody gets on here. Alton had a base runner in the first. Miller to Gibbs here. It's 2-0. Ground ball foul first base side, and it's 2-1. Two-one count to start the bottom of the second inning. Miller looks in, gets the sign for West. Right-handed pitcher, Roxanne fires and swing, a little pop-up behind the first baseman. The second baseman, Bierman, wants it, has it, 1 out.
That was a jam shot there. Just a rise ball running in on the batter's hands, and a little flare out to the second baseman, another easy out. Miller off to a good start.
Now she'll face Hartman, who fouls one off to the right. Strike 1. Hartman at the plate, a sophomore, Kristen Hartman. Right-handed hitting right fielder today out in right. Here's the next swing and a line drive. Third baseman reaches high, and Beegler makes the grab, 2 down.
Playing in the right spot there, and another ball just off the end of the bat. Not hit quite hard enough to sneak over her head. So a little soft line out and a couple of quick outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
Annie McCain to the dish now. McCain, a junior, playing center field today. Again, the Redbirds missing 2 starters today. And they've lost 4 games in a row. Some tough ones along the way, too. 3-1 loss to Collinsville, 3-1 loss to CM. McCain here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a tap foul, strike 2. McCain gets ready. Checks head coach Dan Carter coaching at third. His assistant Mike Redmond coaching at first. 0-2 pitch coming to McCain. It's high as she wasted one. Back to the screen it goes. Two outs, nobody on base. McCain ready again. Miller, long look in, now the pitch, swing and a miss, struck her out. Redbirds go down 1-2-3 in the second inning. We've played 2 at AHS. It's 2-0 Maroons over the Redbirds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Shop? Andy's Auto Body on Broadway in Alton.
Yeah, my hairstylist is like family. When pool water turned my hair green, she came over right away. Now that kind of commitment is a lot like my American Family Insurance agent. When our washing machine flooded the basement, my agent showed up wearing knee-high rubber boots. My agent understands that the ultimate coverage isn't a piece of paper, it's peace of mind. American Family Insurance. The family you choose.
American Family Insurance.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
Back at Alton High School, Louis Korak and Brent Berkland here with you. First pitch was a pop out to the infield. Second baseman Ryan made the grab, so a quick out here. Number 3 hitter, Bierman, steps in. Belleville West scored 2 runs in the second inning. Now we're in the top of the third. They lead Alton High 2-0. There's another pop on the infield. Shortstop Callahan with a basket catch, 2 down.
That's a pretty unconventional way of getting a pop-up, but that's the 3rd in a row and 4th of the game that changeup again. She's getting these Belleville West batters. Wazinski's getting these West hitters to get out in front of the ball. Hit them off the end of the bat, and they're really not going anywhere.
2 up, 2 down. Couple of pop-outs. Now a strike to the cleanup hitter, Rist. R-I-S-T. She scored the first run of the game last inning. And she waits here at 0-1. Pitches low for a ball. Alton will be on the road the next 2 days. They'll play at Metro East Lutheran tomorrow. Then at Collinsville on Thursday, another conference game. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a tap off of home plate foul. Then Saturday, the Alton softball tournament out here at the park. Alton and Jerseyville will play in one game. Jacksonville and Granite City in another at 10. Then the winners will meet, the losers will meet. Change up, swing, and a miss. Strike 3. And that's the end of that for the Maroons. 1-2-3 in the third. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. 2-0. Belleville West over Alton. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Toyota has more cars with an EPA highway estimate over 30 miles per gallon than any other car company on the road today. Camry, Matrix, Corolla, Yaris, Solara, and Prius. So no matter how high gas prices get, you can keep moving forward.
Business owners all around the River Bend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
Bottom of the third inning. Welcome back to Alton High School. The Redbirds and the Maroons here at Southwestern Conference. Girls softball and freshman outfielder Shelby Dudley, number 17, batting here. 2-0 from Miller. 2 balls, no strikes. Another to Dudley. She'll take a strike. 2-1.
Just one of the JV players they were forced to bring up when you've got a couple of starters out of the lineup. She played, I think she had a pinch hit appearance on Saturday.
2-1 pitch to Dudley. Foul ball. Back to the screen. She'll be followed by Ryan. And then to the top in Mormino. Lindsey Ryan, the sophomore, waits on deck. Miller looks in, gets the sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. It's low to Dudley. Good eye.
I need some base runners. You're going through your order once. They've only had 1 thus far, and we're in the third inning.
Here's the next. Swing and a foul. Dudley stays alive. At 3-2 here to lead off the third inning. Both of these teams losing on Saturday. Of course, Alton lost 2 on Saturday to Centralia and Southwestern. This pitch is upstairs for a ball, maybe outside as well. It's a leadoff walk.
It's a good eye by the freshman to take that one and reach base to lead off, and maybe Ryan will be in a bunting situation here. Try to at least get a run in and cut this deficit in half. It's 2-0 now.
See where she bunts the ball. It is toward first base. First baseman has it. Play goes 3-4. Dudley to second base on the sacrifice bunt.
It's a good bunt. You deaden it right out in front of home, push it right up that first base line. You move the runner along, and now you get your best hitter up in the box and hopefully get your first hit of the game as well.
Mormino looking for something here. A 400 hitter. 8 RBIs. That leadoff spot. Here's the pitch. Swing and a deep drive to right center field. Center fielder moving over, makes a basket catch, and fires it back in as Lane had a beat on it all the way.
She's made a couple of good plays out in center field. Balls hit to right center. Well, Mormino just missed that one. If she gets a little bit more bat on that ball, that thing might get out of here and tie this game up, but a little closer towards the end of the bat, and it's just a routine fly ball.
And here is Kayla Ray. Ray leading the team with 23 RBIs. 339 batting average, and it's ball 1. 2-0 Belleville West. West lost at Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin Saturday, 4-2. Ray waits the next pitch, swing and a miss. Runner at second, 2 down in a 2-0 game. The Maroons with 2 in the second inning. We're now in the bottom of the third inning. Kayla Ray waits on another. Here's the 1-1. It's upstairs, ball 2. And Wazinski will be next. Could be next. There's 2 outs, though, in the inning. Dudley, the freshman at second base. Here's the pitch. It's high, and it gets away from the catcher. Back to the screen. Dudley scampers to third.
And that's going to be, it was a high riser, but a ball that could have been handled. Does move the runner up to third base. A hit now will put a run on the board, but need to be careful here. Another one to the backstop, and it'll score a run as well.
And a 3-1 count, so Ray can be selective here, but she may get a good one to hit. 3-1 now to Ray. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Change of pace there again, and both of these pitchers have used that selection very adequately here today.
And so, 2 outs and a 3-2 count now. Redbirds at crunch time here in the bottom of the third with a runner at third. Timeout at home plate. Well, it was the number 8 hitter that started it with a leadoff walk. They bunted her to second base. Moved over to third on the pass ball. 2 down. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ray pops it. Foul ball. First baseman over, though, and makes the catch. A pop-up in foul territory. Grabbed by the first baseman to end the third inning. On to the fourth inning now. Belleville West 2-0 over Alton. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
We're defined by what we pass on to the next generation. The ConocoPhillips Wood River Refinery is a proud neighbor of the Riverbend region. Their employees produce and distribute quality refined products throughout the Midwest in an environmentally safe manner. By using innovative refining processes, they are ready to meet the energy challenges of the future, so we can pass on what matters most to the ones who matter most. ConocoPhillips, energy for tomorrow.
Does your auto insurance meet your needs? Is your homeowner's policy covering everything you need it to? Call your local farmer's agent, Lou Mauser, today. He can review your coverages and identify potential gaps and let you know how Farmers Insurance can cover all your insurance needs. Call Farmers Insurance agent Lou Mauser today at 463-7570 or stop by his office that is located across the road from Alton High School. When you need the best insurance at reasonable prices, think of your local Farmers Insurance agent, Lou Mauser.
Ground ball to the first baseman. Gibbs will tag out the Belleville West pitcher Miller going by. It's a ground out to first to start the fourth. 1 up, 1 down.
That was just a cue shot right up the line and had that inward spin and continued to stay inside that first base line. And Gibbs gets the easy out, put out herself.
That's Louis Korak. Brent Berkland here too, as there's a fly ball into left center field that will fall, and it's a double. Hustling double by Lane as she rounded first, head first slide into second with 1 out.
She's seen 2 pitches here today, and she's 2 for 2 now. This one slicing into left center field. She put her team on top with an RBI single in the second inning, and so far from what I've seen, that's their best hitter in the lineup.
Left-handed stick, that RBI, and a run scored, and now she's at second with 1 out, and it's Beegler with an RBI single to her credit too in that 2-run second inning. One on, 1 out, pitch on the way, and it's just outside for a ball at the knees. Just off the plate. Wazinski looks in, gets another sign from Mormino. Catcher. Wanting a high delivery here, and she gets it high. Line drive to right. Stabbed in right field. Throw to second. Safe there. Nice play by Hartman in right field as it was a shot right to her.
It was hit right on the line and almost got the double play, but Lane does not stray far enough off that second base bag. And boy, these two have really hit the ball hard here today. Other than that, Wazinski's pretty much kept everybody else in check.
2 outs. Runner at second still, and here's the number 8 hitter. Catcher Bossler. And the first pitch, a strike. She had a single to right her first time up. 4 hits for the Maroons. In the game, just outside at the knees again, but just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 2 down and a runner at second. A 1-out double in this inning, but now there's 2 down. Here comes another from Haley, the right-hander. Swinging a foul, first base side, strike 2. Redbirds again tomorrow in Edwardsville at Metro East Lutheran, then at Collinsville on the road too. That'll be Thursday. One-two pitch. Low, and it hits the batter. Bounces in and hit by a pitch. The runner will have to go back, even though the ball came back to the screen. 2 on, 2 out. Hit by pitch there.
Well, just got away from her. Tried to run it inside and too far inside, and the base was open, so no harm yet. But it's a 1-2. It's a 1-2 pitch. Not where you want to hit a batter.
So now the number 9 hitter, Rakers, to the plate. Right-handed stick with 2 on, 2 out. Pitches high, ball 1. Rakers batting for Rakowski again in that number 9 hole today. And she hits one softly to first. A ground ball to Gibbs, and she touches the first base bag to end the inning. 2 left for West in the 4th. They still lead it 2-0 over the Alton Redbirds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
What do I have to do to sell you a car?
Roberts Motors. Easy to get to. Just off Highway 67 or Highway 3 in Alton.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Welcome back to softball here on Z1570. Louis Korak and Brent Birkland back with you. 5 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. As we roll on with the Redbirds and the Belleville West Maroons. There's a line drive to center field over the shortstop's head. Base hit for Wazinski to start the Alton 4th.
Reached base for the second time today, and it's the first hit of the day, and does a good job of going up and getting that high pitch and just shooting it out in the left center field. And another good start for the home team. They had a leadoff runner on in the 3rd and left her on at third base.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and here's Callahan, the cleanup hitter. She will take a strike, 0-1. She hit one back to the pitcher in the 1st inning, so she's 0 for 1. Redbirds at the dish, trailing 2-0 here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Swing and a foul. Short left field and out of play for a strike. Tomorrow we have more softball on the radio. It will be CM hosting Triad. We'll be back at the Bethalto Sports Complex for that action. 4:15, the scheduled start time. Triad at CM. Swing and a pop-up. First baseman wants it, has it. Wazinski stays on at first.
Not much of a Another inside-out swing there that doesn't go very far, and Callahan cannot advance the runner.
So that brings in Gibbs, sophomore. See what she can do with 1 on, 1 out. There's a bunt, first base side, and the first baseman fires to first out there. 3-4 on the putout. Wazinski to second base.
Now they advanced the runner with a bunt. It was a good bunt. Now they move her up to second base, but there are 2 outs. It's going to take a hit now. You've got 6, 7, 8 coming up here. We're going to have a pinch runner.
As the pitcher, Wazinski, will come out. Kayla Allen, number 6. Looks like she's going to check in here. So, Allen out to second base. 2 down, and Hartman at the plate. Hit a line drive. The third baseman her first time up, and she is 0 for 1. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 4th. Low and away, ball 1 to number 5 for the Redbirds. Number 5, Hartman at the dish. Number 6, Allen running the bases now. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
It's a late swing. It's a hittable pitch.
Hartman gets ready again, right-handed batter for the Redbirds. Here it comes, swing and a miss. Rising fastball.
Went up the ladder on her, but Hartman could not contain herself.
Redbirds down to their last strike here in the 4th inning. Had a runner at third last inning, runner at second this inning. Ball low, 2-2. Redbirds have already left 2. They've had runners in 3 of their 4 innings, base runners. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Outside corner, strike 3, and that ends the 4th inning for the Redbirds as they strand a runner at second base to finish the 4th. And our score, the Maroons 2, the Redbirds nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass, and looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Hi, George Weber. Weber Chevrolet's year-end clearance is underway, making now a great time to save money when you buy and when you drive. Through the end of the month, we are offering the highest sales incentives of the year. And no matter what you hear in the media, believe me, our financing is still as available and aggressive as it's ever been, if not more. Combine that with our great incentives and you have the lowest payments of the year. And that's just the start of the great values at Weber Chevrolet in Granite City, Illinois. Or check us out on the web at webergc.com.
We have a quick out here in the top of the 5th inning. Ball hit back to the pitcher, and Wazinski threw on to first for the out. Top of the 5th inning, West leading 2-0 over Alton High, and the Maroons here with the top of the order. 1, 2, 3 batters, and this is the number 2 hitter, Ryer. She is 0 for 2.
Well, she made a nice play. She had to get up off of her feet. That was going to be a tough play for Callahan if it gets over the head of Wazinski. Probably would have had enough time, but it was going to have to take a perfect glove and throw to get her. But Haley made it a moot point, took care of it herself.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The Maroons picked up their 2 runs, the only 2 runs of the game in the 2nd inning. We're in the 5th now. Swing and a 1-hopper to third. Ray throws across the diamond, and 2 ground outs, 2 quick outs here.
Another easy one, just right up about chest high. Nothing much to it, just get the throw over, and Ray is able to complete the play. A couple quick outs. And believe it or not, the 1-2-3 hitters thus far are 0 for 8 until that hit there.
Base hit down the right field line, and Bierman headed to second base. Stand-up double with 2 outs for the number 3 hitter. 2-out double.
Make it 1 for 9 now for the top 3 in the order, just taking that one right down the right field line. Tailing towards the foul line, but stayed inside, and the second double of the game for the Maroons, and it's their 5th hit of the game.
Now Wazinski will face wrist. Pitch back to the screen. Wild pitch sends the runner to third. Before that, as you mentioned, all the hits coming from the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. 6, 7, and 8.
I don't know if you include the cleanup hitter. And number 5, it's 1 for 12. And with a sacrifice, wrist reached base, but it was on an error. So she's done a good job with the top 5 hitters in the lineup.
There's a strike called. 2 outs. Runner at third now after that wild pitch. But 2 down here as Wazinski tries to get out of the 5th inning with the score 2-0. Pitch on the way. Low. 2-1 now. Right-handed hitting first baseman for the Maroons, the cleanup hitter. 0 for 2, reached on an error, run scored, swinging a pop-up near the bag at second. It's going to drop behind the second base bag. An infield single will score another run, a little pop-up behind the bag.
That's just a tough luck run to give up, but the wild pitch came into effect there, and you don't have a wild pitch, that's not going to score the runner from second base, so it does indeed hurt. Another run on the board right now is big for the Maroons. Miller does not look like she's going to be touched much here the rest of this game, and now going to be able to work with a 3-0 lead at the least going into the bottom of the 5th.
Well, this all came about with 2 outs here. It was 2 quick outs, then a double, wild pitch, and a single. And there's a check swing, foul ball back to the screen here. Quickly, 2 strikes. Wazinski looking for another strikeout. She's had a couple of those today. Giving up 3 runs now as we play in the 5th. 0-2 pitch. Just outside, off the plate. Catcher set up outside, and she hit the glove. It's 1-2. Here comes another to the pitcher, Miller. Off speed, it's high, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, and the Maroons pitcher still waiting at home plate. Set up outside again. Swing and a miss. Catcher dropped the ball, but that'll be a strikeout, and that will end the inning. That will end the 5th for the Maroons as they leave 2 on base. 2 on base. Actually, 1 on base. They do score a run, though, so they tack on 1 in the 5th to make it 3-0. Belleville West over the Alton Lady Redbirds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Make life easy for yourself at the United Methodist Village.
With no more stairs and no more home upkeep in a spacious apartment or villa home, with no upfront endowment and just 1 monthly fee, you stay in control of your finances. Now that's easy and smart. Countryside living that is fun, neighborly, and only minutes from the Clark Bridge. The United Methodist Village, where living is easy.
I only wish I'd have moved here sooner.
Alton Redbirds to the plate. Bottom of the 5th inning now, and the Redbirds now trail it 3-0. Maroons with 2 in the 2nd inning, 1 here in the top of this 5th inning. Now the bottom of the 5th, and it's the bottom of the batting order for Alton. McCain, Dudley, and Ryan against Elise Miller. Strike to McCain, 1-1.
Bats just have not been there, and a losing streak will ensue, and 3-run deficit, you've got 3 more at bats, is going to make it awfully tough.
3-0 score, and pitch is grounded to the first baseman, and she'll step on the bag herself. McCain out number 1.
Just another cue shot from a right-handed batter, not getting around on the pitch and just squirting it up the first base line, and an easy put out for wrist.
And Dudley at the dish now. Freshman took a walk last time as she worked the count full to 3-2. Then she was stranded at third, the only Redbird to make it to third base today. Ball 1. Now Miller throws inside, too tight. Ball 2.
She was like, we're not going to the ball.
2-0 count to Dudley, the freshman outfielder. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1 now. Shelby Dudley waits, pitch on the way. Strike on the inside corner. Umpire giving her the outside and inside corners this time, 2-2.
I don't know about that one. One looked like it ran down and in, a little too far inside, but
ground ball foul, first base side. It remains 2-2. Again tomorrow, Triad at CM. Girls softball again tomorrow on the radio. We'll be live in Bethalto, 4:15 broadcast time. 2-2 here. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Alton at the plate. And there's a pop-up to the second baseman. Bierman has it, 2 down.
He's got the batter to reach for another pitch. Looked like a little off-speed delivery again, and another easy out. Miller just cruising along with a 1-hitter. She's only allowed 3 base runners through 4 2/3 innings.
Here's Ryan, sacrifice bunt. Her only time up so far today. Now her second at bat, ball 1. It's the bottom of the 5th. Redbirds still looking for that 10th win of the year. 9-8 their record. Swing and a miss. Redbirds started the season 6-0, then lost 4 in a row. Then they won 3 in a row. Now they've lost 4 in a row again. They'll play again next Wednesday, May 6th at Belleville West against these Maroons again. A pop-up to short. Shortstop wants it, has it. Redbirds down 1-2-3 in the 5th. We'll go to the 6th inning at Alton High. It's 3-0. Maroons over the Redbirds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
You two-timing son of a...
Honey, what are you doing?
We can fix anything. Andy's Auto Body on Broadway in Alton.
My dentist is like part of the family. He's always gone out of his way to make things as painless as possible for me. He's kind of like my American Family Insurance agent. Whenever I've got a problem, my agent solves it quickly, and it never requires Novocaine. I think my dentist could take some pointers from my agent. American Family Insurance. The family you choose.
American Family Insurance.
Call me, Gerard Fisher, at 466-7062.
Sixth inning now, Belleville West and Alton High with Louis Korak. Brent Birkland back with you. 3-0 Belleville West here in girls softball today. 2 innings to go. Sixth inning. The Maroons have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up.
And let's see if Lane swings at the first pitch again. She did the first 2 times.
Coach Dan Carter changing up his defense here a little bit, moving Dudley, the left fielder, into the gap a little bit in left center. In case she slices one that way again, moving the right fielder a little deeper too. This one's popped up on the infield. Pitcher Wazinski wants it, has it, 1 out.
I think she learned something that time. You figure she's going to go up there swinging at the first pitch, and true to form, Lane does so, but Wazinski elevates the pitch, gets it up in the zone, and induces a pop-up and retires Lane for the first time today.
And Mackenzie Beegler, the junior third baseman, ready to go here. RBIs belong to Beegler, Lane, and Wrist. Maroons with 2 in the second inning, 1 in the 5th inning. And it's a ball outside. We're in the 6th. Here comes another from the Alton sophomore. It's low from Wazinski. No softball JV game either today, so their coaches are in the Alton dugout, Ellen Cox and Carrie Capel. Here's another swing and a miss. Change-up, 2-1.
It's been a good pitch for her today. Probably been her best pitch.
Wazinski looks in. Mormino, the catcher today, the lefty, gives the sign, and Wazinski brings it in. Ground ball towards short. Callahan right there and fires across. 2 down.
Another pitch in a little bit on the hands to the right-handed batter, and Callahan just to her left is able to make the play. 2 up, 2 down, 3 in a row now set down by Wazinski.
Be interesting to see what happens next week when these teams meet again. It'll be at Belleville West next week. There's a pop foul backing out of play. The game at Belleville West has already been rained out twice, so they have a new makeup date next Wednesday, May the 6th. 1 strike here to the catcher, Bossler. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th inning. Pitch, change up, strike call. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. 0-2. Here comes another. Swing and a foul back to the screen. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Number 9 hitter waits on deck, but the number 8 hitter, West catcher, pops it foul again to the screen back here behind home plate.
Tried to get her with the changeup again, and batter does a nice job to stay alive.
Maroons with 2 runs in the 2nd inning, 1 run in the 5th inning. They lead it 3-0. Redbirds in the field here in the 6th inning. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball deep to right field. Back it goes, and it's going to be a fair ball into the corner. Right fielder Hartman Trying to get it back in, but not before the catcher has a stand-up triple into the right field corner with 2 outs.
Just sliced it down the right field line, hit it hard, hit it on the line, and it one-hopped the fence out there and scored it into the corner. It's another extra base hit. A third one. Dan Carter going to come out to the mound and have a little chat with everybody on the infield.
Wanting to get this number 9 hitter who's 0 for 2 and stop it right here at 3-0. I thought that ball might carry maybe even over the fence or at least off the fence. I don't think it carried as much as I thought it was going to off the bat, but it's a triple nonetheless. With 2 outs here in the 6th inning.
Well, the wind picking up a little bit more here now, but the ball wasn't hit hard enough to get out of here. Going from left to right. Unfortunately for Alton, it leaves the runner at third base. They still have a chance to get out of it here. You give up another run here, it's pretty much going to be academic from here on out. You haven't done much at the plate. A 4-0 deficit in the 6th inning is going to be that much more tougher.
Pop up to the second baseman, Ryan. She has it, and that will end the 6th inning. 1 pitch after the triple. It's a pop-up on the infield to finish the top of the 6th. The bottom of the 6th coming up. Redbirds back to the plate, trailing the Maroons 3-0. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Toyota has more cars with an EPA highway estimate over 30 miles per gallon than any other car company on the road today. Camry, Matrix, Corolla, Yaris, Solara, and Prius. So no matter how high gas prices get, you can keep moving forward.
Business owners all around the Riverbend have been turning to Chuck West Agency for over 46 years for help with employee benefits, retirement planning, and life insurance solutions. Retirement planning is one of the most crucial concerns for business owners and employees, so let Chuck West Agency help you find sound, innovative ways to meet these challenges. Give Chuck West a call at 618-462-6880 or email info@chuckwestagency.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, the Redbirds have the top of the batting order up there, and they trail 3-0. Here we go. Mormino, Ray, Wazinski, Callahan, too, if anybody gets on base.
Now, if you're going to do something, you better do it here. You've got the top of your order up, your best hitters are up, and you're down to 6 outs to go.
Bottom of the 6th inning, ground ball to first. Mormino has tapped out to the first baseman, and she's 0 for 3 in the game.
Another ball just not hit very hard, and there's a number of balls that they haven't hit hard here. They're just not making solid contact with the ball here today. It's a little surprising. Last time Mormino was up, she hit the ball pretty hard. That was just a little dribbler up the line and an easy out. Alton down to 5 outs to go.
Swing and a miss by Ray. She's 0 for 2, strike 1. Wazinski on deck, and she's been on base twice in the number 3 hole, but Ray trying to do something here. Need base runners. Redbirds have left 3. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Redbirds have not had 2 runners on base at the same time either. One at a time. 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. We're in the 6th. 0-2 to Ray. High, ball 1. One and 2, the count. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Off the outside corner, and Ray couldn't lay off. Strikeout.
It's only the 3rd K for the Belleville West pitcher here, but put it in a good spot. Fastball away. And Ray cannot catch up to it, and she's now 0 for 3.
Wazinski will take one low. Ball one.
Been on base twice, but they've only had 3 runners all day to begin with, so.
3 runners on, 3 runners left on. And trail 3-0. Swinging a fly ball, short center field, and on the run, Lane in center makes the catch. Redbirds go quickly in the 6th. The ground out, a strikeout, a fly out. We'll go to the 7th inning now. It's still 3-0, Belleville West. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
So we'll retire to the mountains.
Oh, but I love the ocean.
There are places you want to get to in life, like retirement. And now your State Farm agent can help guide you with the free State Farm Insurance and Financial Review to prioritize your needs and help you plan a roadmap for your financial future.
Come on, nothing beats pine trees.
Except for palm trees.
Call and schedule yours today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Contact Tom Lane to lay out your roadmap to retirement today at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are now approaching the island of Bora Bora. Enjoy your stay.
This beautiful home contains 8 bedrooms, 2 family rooms, and a private jacuzzi just off the master bedroom.
Hey, anybody up for a cruise in my sweet boat?
What are you going to do with all the money you save from buying your car at Roberts Motors?
Roberts Motors in Alton or online at RiverBender.com.
With Louis Korak, Brent Birkland back with you. 7th inning here. Girls Southwestern Conference softball today. And the Redbirds and the Belleville West Maroons go to the 7th inning. Maroons lead it 3-0.
Been able to string together a 2-run 3rd inning is the difference right now. Picked up an extra tally in the 5th, and they've been riding that all along and just containing this Alton offense, not giving them much at all.
Strike 1 to Orange. It's the top of the order here. And she pops one up near the bag at second. Callahan calling for it. The shortstop grabs it. On the infield, 1 out. And again,
Sixth pop-up today. It's been change up and getting some of these batters to hit it off the end of the bat, and there's another one there. She hasn't thrown poorly here today, but a couple of big hits early in this game has been the difference today.
Strike 1 to Ryer. And really, she's held the top half of the batting order in check, at least for the most part. Not bad at all. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, third base side. Quickly, 2 strikes here to the number 2 hitter, who's 0 for 3. Leadoff hitter Orange is 0 for 4. Maroons here in the top of the 7th inning, leading 3-0. High delivery. 1-2, the count. Bierman waits on deck. She's 1 for 3 with a double last time up. Swing and a foul off to the right. Lady Redbirds on the road the rest of the week, but they're back home Saturday for 2 games. Little 4-team Alton tournament. Swing and a pop foul again to the screen. After that, the Redbirds, a week from today, hosting O'Fallon conference game. Ground ball to short. Takes a hop on Callahan and off of her left arm and ricochets to the bag at second base.
She got there in plenty of time. It would have had to be a strong throw, but overcommitted just a bit. One out runner for Belleville West here in the 7th inning.
1 on, 1 out for Bierman now in the 7th. Wazinski looks in, gets the sign. Pitch. Swing and a pop behind the first base bag. It's going to drop fair just inside the line, and a bloop single behind the bag at first into short right.
And when you're living right, they've had a couple of those where they've hit a couple of flares that have just fallen in the right spots, and that's just unfortunate for Haley. Once again, she made a good pitch and just did not get the out.
8 hits for the Maroons now. 2 on as this line drive goes foul into the right field corner by Danielle Rist. First baseman for the Maroons, cleanup hitter. She had a pop fly single behind the bag at second. Another seeing eye single that brought in a run. Here's the pitch. Just inside, around the knees for a ball. Redbirds can record an out at any base here. It's first and second, 1 out. Here comes another. Ground ball up the middle. Ryan will scoop it and throw it to first. Second out. Runners move to second and third.
Too slowly to be a double play ball, and Ryan takes the easy route. It would have been a bang-bang play at second base, so just play it safe, get the 1 out, go after the pitcher here. You do have a base open, but you do have Lane on deck, so you want to attack this hitter here.
Strike 1 to Miller, who's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. 2 on, 2 out, 3-0 Maroons. Pitch on the way. Tap foul, strike 2. Wazinski in the circle today for the Redbirds. Sophomore right-hander. Pitcher for the Maroons, Miller. Ready to go again, batting 5th in the batting order, and 2 on, 2 out. Low delivery.
Almost got her to commit and go after that pitch, but it's down and away. 1 and 2.
Redbirds a strike away from getting out of this 7th inning. Pitch, change up, bounces in, and Mormino smothers it behind the dish.
You have to be confident in your catcher to be able to throw a pitch in the dirt with runners on third base and with 2 outs, and she was confident enough to throw it because she knows she's got a catcher back there that can take care of it.
1 hop back to the pitcher. She throws to first, and that ends the inning. West will leave 2 more in the 7th inning. They've left 8 runners on base, but they lead Alton 3-0 in the middle of the 7th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Need a body shop? Andy's Auto Body on Broadway in Alton.
Bottom of the 7th inning now. The Redbirds with 3 outs to go. They're trailing 3-0. Callahan, Gibbs, and Hartman here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
4, 5, and 6 coming up, and last chance here for Alton to halt this losing streak. But it's going to be an uphill chance.
3-0 score. Callahan takes ball one. We're underway in the bottom of the 7th inning here, live at Alton High School off of Humbert Road in Godfrey. Callahan 0 for 2 in the game. Takes outside, 2-0. Miller has struck out 3. She has a 1-hit shutout. Walked 1. And she looks in, gets the sign, and here comes another. Callahan shoots one up the middle, base hit into center field at 2-0. Thought she might take another pitch or two, but single to center.
Well, she got a pitch that she could handle, and nice job of taking it up the middle, just out of the outstretched glove of Bierman there, and that's the second hit of the day. Needs another runner to give themselves a chance. That's a good start.
Taylor Gibbs, first baseman, at the dish. Low for a ball, and it gets away from the catcher and on to second base. Hit the umpire in the shin guards and laid right there at their feet.
Well, the runner advanced to second regardless, but he probably saved it from going back to the backstop. You never know. She could have raced all the way around to third.
Ball 1 to Gibbs. Ball 2 low. Hartman will be next, then McCain. Bottom half of the order.
And you can hear in the Belleville West dugout, just attack the hitters. That run doesn't mean anything out there. You're up by 3 runs.
And that one is outside off the plate to Gibbs. Hartman again will be next. She's on deck. Redbirds have left 3 runners on base. They trail by 3 runs here in the 7th. Strike called. Gibbs now at 3-1. She may take another. Right-handed batter for Alton High. Callahan at second base. 3-1 pitch up and in. Ball 4.
Well, Redbirds got exactly what they wanted. They needed a couple of runners to have a chance, and now they do. That does bring the tying run to the plate. You're running into the bottom of your order. Not the type of hitters that could take one out of here, but it's the first time they've had 2 runners on base at any one time. They only had 3 coming into this inning altogether.
And it's up and away. Ball 1. And we'll see if she takes until there's a strike.
There's a force out at every base, so keep that in mind.
Here comes pitch from Miller. It's outside for a ball. 2-0.
All of a sudden, she's starting to kind of guide the ball, and there goes the catcher out to talk to her. Last thing you want to do, issue another walk and load up the bases here and put the tying run on.
2 on, nobody out. Sophomore Kristen Hartman at the dish, and she had a quick visit with head coach Dan Carter during the timeout here. Probably will take until she gets a strike. Might think about bunting to third baseman playing back. Bunt for a hit. We'll see what happens. 2-0 the count. And there's a strike. It's 2-1.
I think at 2-0, you might want to look at a strike. Now you might see a bunt.
Here's Miller looking in and bringing it in. Swing and a tap to third. Third baseman fires across to first. Out there. First out of the 7th. Runners move up.
Well, that was just as good as a bunt. I don't know if there would have been a play at third base there. Probably not, but once the ball was bobbled, just play it safe, take the out. Runners do move up.
Annie McCain, the batter. McCain will visit with Coach Carter, too, here. Timeout. This is the 7th place hitter. She's 0 for 2. Ground out, strikeout. And there's 2 on base. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Redbirds trying to break through here. Dent the scoreboard at least. It's 3-0 West.
Well, that run in the 5th inning right now looking really big.
Ball low and away. And the freshman, Dudley, swings a bat on deck. Right now, McCain at the dish. And here's another. It's a strike, 1-1. First baseman coming way in on that first base line. Could try and poke one over her head, too. 1 out. 1-1 delivery now. Low and away.
Well, she struck out and hit a ball up the first base line. Hasn't really hit the ball hard today. Probably the reason why the infielders are playing so close.
2-1, and it is outside off the plate. Ball 3.
Base open, but you don't want to put the tying run on.
Redbirds with 1 out in the 7th inning. This pitch is a strike, 3-2. Boy, if there was some way that we could get to Mormino this inning, that would be fun.
Then it would get interesting.
But the number 7 hitter, McCain, at 3-2 now. Pitch, strike 3 called, and it was on the outside corner. It was close. Strike 3, though.
Yeah, you got to be ready to swing in that situation and not look for the walk. Miller comes back nicely, fell behind 3-1 and came back to get the strikeout. Alton down to its last out.
Down and in, ball 1 to Dudley. Now the freshman, the last hope for the Redbirds here.
Walked in the 3rd, popped out in the 5th, 0 for 1 today.
2nd and 3rd, 2 on, 2 out. Pitch. Strike called to Dudley.
Working the outside corner well now to his last couple of batters.
Redbirds with 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 7th. Outside, up and away there.
Well, this is spot 2 where you're thinking you would have liked to have had a Twitchell or a Tickner in this game and in this spot.
There's another pitch outside. The catcher having to reach out there outside the plate area, and it's 3-1 again. A lot of pitches this inning.
Well, the West coaches are kind of squirming over there. They're wanting some of those and not getting them.
3-1 delivery to Dudley. Strike at the letters.
Boy, that was a high strike there.
West not liking the calls. Then it's Alton's turn to question the balls and strikes. 3-2, 2 outs, 2 on. 3-0, 7th inning. There's one off the plate, tap to the first baseman who flips to first, out there to end the ball game. Belleville West over Alton today, 3-0 the final. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Lou Mauser, your local farmer's insurance agent. ConocoPhillips, energy for tomorrow. Roberts Motors, the value store since 1949. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. United Methodist Village, where living is easy. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Wood River, caring beyond prescriptions. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Andy's Auto Body in Alton and Maryville, we can fix anything. Alton Toyota, Toyota makes the car, Munganast makes the difference. And the Chuck West Agency, helping business owners for over 46 years.